Hey dolls, what's up, y'all? I know this is impromptu. I'm usually not on here on a Tuesday anymore. This is giving vintage Daily Dell. For those who might be new to my channel, welcome. My name is Rondelle, aka Daily Dell, and I talk about all things faith and life and throw some business in there. We just do all the things here. So I hope that you will subscribe and join the conversation. I'm not going to be on here too long. At least that's not the plan. I just wanted to show my face because I'm like, I haven't been on here since the live with Alicia, which if you missed that, check that out on my channel. It's our vision board party. It ended up being a 3 hour long conversation. We were really getting it in. Okay. We were talking about so many different things. It was a good time. I did my vision board, the one right behind me right here, while we were on the live stream, and then we shared like what was on it and what we're doing in 2023. Like it was a different approach to vision boards and I loved it. So make sure you check that out. You can listen to it, you don't have to watch it. But I was like, let me just show my face and give updates and see how everybody is doing. So I'll give it a second before I dive into the deep end. But I hope everybody is doing well. I hope your January has been going good. Mine has definitely had its obstacles, but I'm not really upset at all. Like the obstacles really just gave me leeway to focus on other things that I wanted to do. And so I'm just like, hey, it is what it is. Things are looking up. At the end of the day, things are looking up. Things are going well. I'm able to really kind of get back to realignment, get back focused. And it was the change that I needed. So I'll share the testimony at the end of this year. You'll hear all the nitty gritty and everything like that. But I always do my end of the year New Year's Eve lives, and those are always when I like reveal everything that was happening for the year. But it has been a good month. Yesterday I got to hang out with my sis Maya. She came and we hung out. We went out to eat at Huey Louie's in my neighborhood and then ran some errands and stuff like that. So that was a nice, just fun, chill day. It made me feel like I was back home. Like that's the kind of stuff I would do when I was back home in Virginia, slash Maryland. And I would just like hang out with friends randomly, run errands. Everything doesn't have to be a big fancy to do. Like I feel like sometimes we make friendships harder than they need to be in that sense. Cause it's just like, we're always looking to do something in particular, but it's like you can literally do something like low key. Like it doesn't always have to be like we're going to this event, we're going to this brunch, we're doing this, we're doing that. Like sometimes just some mundane things like, hey, I'm going to the store. You want to come with me? That's what me and my friends always used to do. So it made it a lot of fun. So it was fun yesterday to do that, get some things that we needed, maybe even some things that we didn't quite need at that moment, but it was a good time. And we came back to my house, chilled a little bit while I made lasagna, which was so good, y'all. I stuck my foot in that lasagna. So it was a good time. And then today I've just been like homeschooling Christian and, he did his speech therapy. Ooh, excuse me, all that good stuff. So I even took me a nap. That's why I'm yawning because I was like, I'm tired. Like, I was doing a lot yesterday. So needless to say, it was a good day. And I have just been taking this month to really sit down and get refocused and get back to me, get in alignment again, and really just think about like, okay, what I want the rest of the year to look like. And also getting ahead of it. So working with my mom on her channel. If you guys are not subscribed, make sure you go check out Mama Martin's Kitchen and Home on YouTube. She is back. Okay. So we had to get that together too. There was a lot of things that was on our list to do, and we couldn't do it because our schedules just weren't meshing. So we were able to get that together and get her videos up and stuff. And, we sat down and thought about, okay, what do we want to do next and stuff and all that good stuff. So we definitely are just laying the foundation. I'm actually getting Christian's channel together now. I just got to finish like the banner and finish the video that's in the queue in my editor and get that up because his channel has been in the works like for a year. So I had footage, but I just didn't put it up. But we're going to get Christian's channel together, show his journey, being a homeschool kid, having his speech, delay and things like that. Just what our lives are like, because our lives aren't your typical lives. I'm a self-employed single mother, I homeschool. He does go to a homeschool center. Excuse me, y'all. I know that's rude, but it is what it is. And just show that kind of stuff. So needless to say, updates. So, what is going on with the channel? I think I talked about this on the vision board party or whatever, but just in case, it never hurts to repeat it because some people might not go back and listen to the whole thing. Like I said, it was like a 3 hour long conversation. We had a good time though. So this channel is going to stay the same as far as the name is concerned, but it is going to be more of like my podcast footage. So for those who don't know, I actually am starting a podcast. It's already distributed to all the major streaming platforms. You can find it on Apple, Google, Amazon Music, iHeart, Spotify, Anchor, all the major ones, Radio Public, Stitcher, etc. So just look up For My Sisters with Dell podcast. You'll see me in that green bandage dress that I took my birthday photo shoot in. If you follow me also on social media, and it's a pink background and it says For My Sisters podcast. So make sure you subscribe, follow on all streaming platforms, but I will be putting the visual podcast on my YouTube. At least that's the plan. Now, will every podcast be visual, as in you can see me sitting at my desk and stuff? Maybe not. It just depends. I have done a handful of podcast episodes back in the day, like in the early days of my YouTube channel. I did a couple of them and it was just audio. I put like some pictures up and it was just me like talking and stuff. So I may do stuff like that here or there, but the goal will be for you to see my face. So that's going to be up on the channel. Now, the podcast goes up every other Monday. So the first episode is February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day. I almost said the day before Thanksgiving. Y'all, look, I'm like, whoo, but no, it goes up the day before Valentine's Day. And then it's going to be every other Monday after that. I'm not going to do seasons or anything to start. It's just going to be every other Monday. That's easy enough for me to do. It's simple enough for me to just be like, yeah, like, refer back to this episode or whatever. And it's not going to be anything that I have to kind of keep track of too much. So look out for that. I don't know what time they're going to go up. I don't really like to give people times because my days are never identical, especially considering I do work for myself and I homeschool and all that. But just know it will probably go up like in the morning-ish, because they're going to be pre-recorded. And you'll see the YouTube ones around the same time. Hopefully, I'll have to see how that all works because I'm using, hopefully, Riverside FM. We'll see how that goes. So I can put the video podcast on Spotify and stuff as well. So we'll see. But just know, like, starting February 13th and then every other Monday after that, you will see my podcast. I'm not changing my channel name for now. I did secure another channel with the name in case I choose to upload the podcast over there at some point. But right now it's all about ease of management because I am on the prowl for an admin assistant, virtual assistant, and someone to help with social media as well. So I've been looking at some people. I have a list of people that I'm going to reach out to when I'm ready. Hopefully Q2, I'll be hiring somebody and they'll grow with me and stay with me and grow in that position or whatever. But until they're actually hired, I'm doing everything myself. We're a one-woman show over here. So that's why some things have just fallen through the cracks. And I won't say they've fallen through the cracks completely, but it definitely is just like, okay, well, it's not taking my focus right now. Like my focus is over here on these things because that's just what I can do. It's what I can manage right now. So the first episode is going to be like to my singles, because with Valentine's Day, I do want to talk about love. I don't know which second episode I'm going to put up yet, but I'm trying to have 4 pre-recorded. So I got to finish those and that would be every other Monday. And then you'll see it on here on Mondays, I believe as well. I'm going to keep Thursday nights for like my regular talk showy type videos. So, when I would have guests on the channel, we're talking about a topic and things like that. I'm going to keep my Thursday nights for that primarily. Every now and then, depending on the guest and where they live or just their availability, I might need to change the time and things like that. But Thursdays will remain my regular videos, my regular interview, talk show, talking head type videos. So I don't change that up too much. So you will see videos on here more often that say like For My Sisters podcast, but it's mine. It's on this channel just so I don't have to manage that other channel right now. I'll just transfer stuff over when the time comes and I have someone working for me. So that's exciting. It's definitely obviously for women, but I do know some men were like, oh, I'm gonna listen in because I know the conversation is going to be great. So I'm definitely looking to have guests if you have expertise or, you feel like you can join the conversation on a particular topic, then reach out, because we're talking about everything. It's a variety podcast. So I'm not just talking about relationships. I'm not just talking about singleness. I'm not just talking about any of that, but I'm talking about everything, faith, everything in life, sex, relationships, love, yes, those things, but also business, self-love, self-worth, friendships, talking about health, talking about, finances. Like, we're literally just covering it all. We're going to talk about everything that I can possibly think of, because it's like I'm talking to my sisters, and you talk to your sisters about everything. So I'm super excited about that. Even if you have a podcast and you're like, hey, let's collaborate, I'm always down for a collaboration if it makes sense for us and our brands. So never be afraid to reach out. Even if right now isn't the time, maybe in the future we can do something. So speaking of podcasts, I am going to be on Coach Naquandra's podcast this Thursday. You can go to her YouTube channel, Coach Naquandra. I'll put it in the community tab. I'm not going to put it on here. Just look at my community tab. You'll see it. But we had a very open and honest and transparent conversation about being single and saved. And when I tell you we went in and there was no sugarcoating. It was honest. It was real. It was transparent. And those who are the OGs who have been following me for a while, you guys already know how I do. So, I'm going to speak the truth. I'm not going to speak it with malicious intent. If y'all heard that crack, that was my neck. But because my neck is stiff today. I think it was the way I slept during that nap. But I don't do it with malicious intent, but I definitely like to say what needs to be said, because too many times we tiptoe around, the elephant in the room. So it's when you hear the context, you'll get what I'm saying, because she's mostly been putting up teasers. I'm waiting to put up teasers like after the show airs, even though I'll probably put one up tomorrow, but I'm probably going to do most of them after to remind you guys, like, go check it out and stuff like that. So make sure you subscribe to her channel, Coach Naquandra. Actually, let me just go ahead and put it in here. I'll put it on the community tab too, but I'll put it on here as well, so you don't have to figure out anything like that. So make sure you subscribe to her. You'll see her channel, and that airs 7 p.m. on Thursday. So very good episode, very transparent. So yeah, if you have a podcast, I'm going to be on ALIESHIA'S podcast too. The same one that did the vision board party with me, I'm going to be on her podcast too. So, keep an eye out for that. We're going to be talking about relocating on her podcast, because both of us relocated to Atlanta, and boy, do we have something to say. Boy, do we have a word for y'all. So you're definitely not going to want to miss that. So yeah, that's the podcast front. As far as Single and Saved in the City, I made 2 major event announcements, so I need y'all to tap in. Now, Single and Saved in the City is for single women. And when I say single, I mean not engaged and not married, because I know some people be like, well, I'm dating. If you're not engaged or married, you're single in the eyes of the law, and you're single in the eyes of God. So I follow God and I follow the law, and that's for anything, for any event. Because I know sometimes people ask, and of course it's up to your discretion. I'm not gonna be like, oh, come to the event and like coerce you. Like, if you want to come and you're like, but I got a boyfriend, or I'm dating, like, that's fine. If you're not engaged, there's no ring on your finger, you're not married, come on out. Like, it's okay, but I'm very intentional about it being for single women in that sense. Like I said, I'm married, I'm engaged, because I want us to have spaces where we can hang out and encourage each other, and kind of not just be thinking about, our future relationships 24/7. We think about it, we talk about it, but I don't want that to be the focal point of what we're doing. So, that's why I say that. But needless to say, I announced 2 events, y'all. I went live on Instagram to talk about it. I did a whole 30-minute info session. So I'm not going to belabor you with the details. Follow us on Instagram at Single Saved in the City. No and, even though that's the organization name, but at Single Saved in the City on Instagram. Everything's linked in the description box down below. You can literally go down. All the goodies are always in the description box. Like, everything that I need y'all to click on, I really do my best to try to put it in the description box. So, when it comes down to the podcast, I put the 4 major, I think 4 or 5 major streaming platforms in the description box. If you want to be able to listen to it as well and not just watch on YouTube, go ahead and listen and follow on your streaming platform of choice. Leave reviews, rate it if you can. I know every platform is different, because that helps it, show up in the results. And Single and Saved in the City, the social media pages are linked below. So just go ahead and follow us on Instagram. We do have a private Facebook group as well. And I'm about to start going live in there and doing like little trainings and stuff to help people kind of build up their businesses, or just answer their social media questions and help build up their ministries and stuff, because I get a lot of questions on different things, and I'm like, I could be doing mini trainings and then have like a worksheet that people could grab or something like that. So, definitely hop in the private Facebook group, because I'm going to go live in there more this year. And even when I'm not live, I'm trying to share gems. I have a post tomorrow that's sharing gems about social media, and just like the best times to post, what days are the best, et cetera, based on research that I found. I actually saw the post on floating around on Facebook on my news feed. And so I was like, okay, let me get this and like actually, put it together, get these different pictures and put it together. So again, the private Facebook group link is below. But needless to say, like I said, I announced 2 major events. So we have the virtual Galentine's party, which is just that. It's a virtual party. And what I am so excited about for this virtual party is we have Christian R&B artist Relina Rochelle performing for us. So she is going to be singing some songs. She's worked with some of the hottest up and coming artists right now, like Scooty Wop, Mike Teasy, Portia Love. She's worked with Lecrae at his record label and stuff like that. So she definitely has done a lot. Her music is so great. Like, honestly, out of all of my Christian R&B / hip hop artists I listen to, she's always on heavy rotation. Like every year when Spotify does the roundup, she's always like, the top 5 people that I played heavily for the year. So definitely check out her music. You'll see the flyer. I wish I could share pictures on here, but I don't see how I can do that. And I'm not about to start experimenting on this live, but needless to say, she's performing live for us at the virtual party. And then Lady V is going to be the keynote speaker. She's going to be sharing gems with us. She's going to be, just doing all of the things. And she, if you don't know her, has a pretty sizable platform on Instagram, and she's all about like self-love. She's a love blogger and coach and like an influencer. So, she talks about love. She talks about self-love, being the best woman that you can be and not settling for less on your way from singleness to relationships. And she kind of had a similar journey to me as far as like having her healing journey and being, having her mind and heart renewed in that season. So definitely you'll want to be there. You'll definitely want to be there. Tickets are only $9. It's very inexpensive. So go ahead, grab your ticket, share it with your single girlfriends, and show up. Let's have a good time. Like, let's enjoy the event. Let's, support these lovely women that are taking time out of their day to pour into us and to, share their gifts with us, and share the link with your friends. We're going to play games. We're going to have the live music. We're going to have the keynote speech by Lady V. Like, it's going to be a whole vibe. So trust me when I say you do not want to miss this, sis. You do not want to miss it. Sales in 24 hours before. So it's Friday. I mean, not Friday. Sorry. The event is Saturday, February 11th at 3 p.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern. So usually my events end a little early, so it might not go all the way to 5. Hey, Auntie Jody. Hey, sis. It might not go all the way to 5 p.m., but if you're Central Time, it's 2 to 4 p.m. on Saturday, February 11th. And like I said, it probably won't take up the full 2 hours. So definitely tap in. I don't have the link down below, but check out our website, Single and Saved in the City. I'm about to put it in here, and you can get to the event page, and then it will take you to, okay, there we go. It will take you to the Eventbrite to get your ticket. So go to singleandsavedinthecity.com. That's our official site. Go to the upcoming events tab, and you'll see both of these events I'm talking about on there, and grab your ticket, share the link, because after February 10th at 3 p.m., you won't be able to get the ticket. So $9, go ahead and get yourself in the room, sis, and enjoy some music, some live performance music, speech, games, all of the things. And then the big one that I announced last week is the Kingdom Girls Getaway. So again, not going to belabor the point. Check out our Instagram page at Single Saved in the City. But I'll just tell y'all, it's July 14th to 17th. This year, we check in Friday, we check out Monday morning. It's not a getaway where it's like classes and breakout sessions and this and that. The whole point of this is for you to relax, for you to unwind and rejuvenate and fellowship with other single women. And again, single women for our case means unengaged, unmarried. Like, as long as you're not engaged or married, you can come to our stuff. So definitely check that out, because it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a restful time. Something that I know I definitely need, a lot of us need. clean, and it's very inexpensive. Very, like, y'all, I'm so serious. Like, when you go on the website and you look at the registration form, it's not expensive at all. It's very doable. And it includes quite a bit. You don't have to do the extras. You don't have to do the zip lining. You don't have to do all that. You can literally just pay what the registration form says and enjoy the beach, enjoy the pool, the botanical gardens, the biking paths, this, that, the third. Like, there's so many things you can do. And then I kind of made a loose itinerary. The only thing that I really strongly recommend and encourage is that you come to the dinner every night, so we can at least see your face and know that you're with us. And it's not like, oh, I was there, and it's like, but we didn't even see you. Like, we didn't even know you were there. So that's it. That's our time to, like, gather, put on a nice little dress, some makeup, and just, eat and fellowship and enjoy each other's company. So definitely check that out. Go to singleandsavedinthecity.com and upcoming events, and make sure that you get in the room. Get in the room. Okay. All the dates are there, everything. And I will say this, and then you can check out Instagram for the other details on the website. March 3rd is the last day for you to even have an opportunity to come on this trip, because it is something that is arranged with the resort. Oh, and it's at Callaway Resort and Gardens. Sorry, I didn't even tell y'all where it's at, but it's at Callaway Resort and Gardens in Pine Mountain, Georgia. So it's a really nice resort. It's the only 5-star resort in Georgia. It has the beach, the pool, zip lining, biking, kayaking, paddle boating, mini golf, regular golf, the spa. They have like 5 restaurants or something like that, 4 or 5 restaurants, and a bunch of snackettes and things like that. It's a really nice area, very nice resort. So, and I'm telling you, you're going to enjoy it. And if you want to do different things, you can do that. But what you're paying for through Single and Stay in the City is your room and the complimentary amenities. All the other stuff, the zip lining stuff, you would have to cover that. But it's inexpensive. It's not going to break the bank. So, but March 3rd is the last day. So you have to have the registration fee paid and your first installment payment paid by March 3rd. So the sooner you at least make the $80 registration fee, the better, to give yourself some breathing room for that first installment payment. But if you want to pay in full, you can do that too. And rates are based on single and double occupancy, but you can do triple or quad. You just have to email Getaway at singleandsavedinthecity.com and tell me the names of the people and their email addresses, so I can invoice everybody to make their payments. So I didn't want to do that online because it could get sloppy and messy, and it's like, wait, like, who's doing what? Or it could just be an odd number of people. So if you want to do triple or quad, you and your friends want to go and you want to be in the room together, then just email Getaway at singleandsavedinthecity.com. And all payments are non-refundable. It says it explains it on the site, but long story short, again, we're responsible for making this payment whether we show up or not. So any payments you make are non-refundable. There's no exceptions to that. And this is to avoid disruptions with the group reservation and contract with Callaway Gardens and Resort. So yeah, that's that. So we doing big things. But definitely tap into the Galentine's party. It's virtual. You can do it from the comfort of your home. It's early enough in the day for the European folks that, usually like to tap in, but the event is too late. So it's early enough in the day that, or evening for you guys, where you can tap in. My Canadian folks are on the same time. We're both Eastern. So, no matter where you are, you can tap in, as long as it's not the middle of the night for you, and enjoy the live music, network with other women, and all of that good stuff. Make sure you tap in and join the newsletter on the website when you go to our singleandsavedinthecity.com. So that's the podcast. That's Single and Saved in the City. I'm trying to think. The clothing line, the spring line, is going to be coming out next month. So you have maybe about, let's see, how many weeks? Let me pull up my phone. I would say probably less than 3 weeks. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, about 3.5 weeks to get your sweaters and hoodies and stuff. Because after that, we coming out with the spring wear. So, definitely check that out. Go to royaltyandrighteousness.com. You'll see that in the description box again. Grab your sweater, grab your hoodie. Some of the items are already sold out. The suppliers out of them. So if you didn't grab that, you probably won't be able to get it, because I don't know when they're going to be back with it. And, I'm closing up shop right now. You could get 20% off for the rest of the month of January. It comes off at checkout, so you don't have to do anything. There's no code or anything. So take advantage of that. Go ahead and grab your merch. That's a clothing line. That's everything. So, that's pretty much what's going on there with official Rondelle Martin on Instagram. Nothing major is going on there. We showing up. We're doing our reels, and that's that. So, needless to say, that's pretty much the updates. I don't really have too much else to say. So if no one has anything to say, that's about that. But I did want to tell Jesus, my voice. I did want to tell you guys those updates, so at least you know. Um, and you could pretty much take it from there. So check out all the websites, check out the description box. Every link that I mentioned is down there, every social media page, everything that you need. Join the private Facebook group, and you will see me back on here intentionally in February. Like, I might pop in randomly, with a live stream or something. I may or may not save it. Who knows? Actually, you know what? You're gonna see the video from Coach Naquandra, because I'm gonna put it on my channel too. So you'll see that. I can't say what day, but pay attention to the community tab. You'll see it. And join the newsletter. Like, join my actual personal brand newsletter, because even if you're not a part of the Single and Save newsletter, or you don't sign up for email through Royalty and Righteousness, you'll get up to date on everything by being subscribed to my personal brand newsletter, because I put all the links to everything that you would need to know on there. So go to the website, or click the link down below, and join the newsletter for official Rondelle Martin. If nothing else, that will keep you up to date with everything and give you all the links. And definitely subscribe if you haven't. I'm excited to be podcasting. I think it would help me to have consistent content on here without having to like break my back, because there's so much that I have to do across different brands and stuff, but it will also keep the conversation going. And we definitely will still have interviews and stuff on this channel like I typically have done, especially last year and the year before, but it's just going to be a little bit less frequent. Let me say that. So you can expect at least 2 videos a month, which will be podcasts. And I'll try to throw in like another live stream in there that goes with the topic or what have you. And those will be Thursday nights. So podcast episodes will be Mondays, and Thursday nights will be my typical, Thriving Thursday time that I kept, 9 p.m. Eastern. And that will be when I'm just going live to cover a topic. So you can expect about 2 to 3 videos a month. Anything more than that will just be that month, but I won't really say, like, you can definitely expect that. So that's about it for the updates. If you have any questions or anything, any suggestions, anything that you would like to possibly collaborate on, send me an email. You can email officialrondellemartin@gmail.com and call it a day. But other than that, I will see you guys, and I look forward to podcasting. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the excitement and the support. I can't wait to just have these conversations with you. It'll be interesting to see how it translates on YouTube, because, podcasting, I feel like you get a little bit more free reign and free speech when it comes to things, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But either way, I'll see y'all. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Have a good week, and I will see you later.